and well, god damn it, I did it again. Okay. I didn't do it yesterday, I did it today then. Alright. Welcome everybody to our newest session of whatever game this one is. Before we jump into the action, if you do want to like, comment, and subscribe, all if that helps us out oh so very much. If you would also like to follow us on the Twitch channel, that also helps us. We are one follower away from 500 on Twitch, so woo, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, aside from that, I don't really care to talk about anything else, so let's get in the action. Ian, tell us what happened last session.
Alright, previously on Mingled Dreams. Got him. The party had after the pretty strenuous battle with two shadow dragon thingies, is what Ein thinks what it is. They finally arrive at the outskirts of town, which is basically an ancient ruin by now of Draconia. While arriving, the others decided to take a rest, while Kale and, if I'm not mistaken, Ilvon decided to scout ahead to see where it is safe and what the town is about. The both of them finding a peculiar tablet, although no one can read Draconic, sadly. They decided to call the party there, and Mickey told them there's a tablet probably housing what do you call it? Something that assisted in the float city that was flying long ago. Supposedly it's runes and a crystal, I think, or was it a mineral, something like that?
I do believe it was crystal.
Mm-hmm. Well, some of us thought of making money about it. Too bad it's just too big and cumbersome. After that, we decided to search the town. I don't think most of us not making decent rolls for it, except Rurik, who decided to believe in him, his vibes, and his god's vibes. Led us to a square a bit nearby, which, interestingly enough, one of the building is pretty ominous, with, if all things considered. With our travels taking a long time and the sky is getting dark, we decided to find a place to rest, and Creve, as usual, opened up his tiny little hut for us to rest in. Well, during the rest, during Ein and Kale's watch, Kale decided to sneak out for a bit to the place that Rurik said was ominous, with a little digging around, searching, and basically curious kleptomaniac tendencies. He found something which tinkles his archaeological curiosity, but sadly no one knows what it is. It's quite mysterious all in all. Well, after he came back, he explained to Ein about it. After that, there was a short chat about it, but all in all, both of them found nothing amiss. Thus, the next watch passed by quite decently until Rurik's turn, where during his watch he had quite a philosophical conversation with his dog, which is apparently Plato. During that time, he found a stranger. Buster found a stranger outside, which is known by the name Geese. Him and Rurik decided to chat with one another about what redemption is and if one truly deserves it, and various philosophical things that kind of flew over my head. Sorry about that. Well, the conversation passed by amicably with him showing Rurik, giving Rurik a tattoo, if I'm not mistaken, or a mark telling about it. The next day, we decided to search more, and apparently Kale scouted ahead to find something like a library. And he tried to defuse the trap one way or another, although, as we all know, the last two times it blew up fantastically in his face. And we ended up calling in a couple of winter wolves. Well, it's just a short battle, and that passed by pretty quickly with the massacre of the wolves. Almost, no, I'm sorry, 3 wolves dead and 1 being incapacitated. And after that, we decided to regroup, take a breath, and plan out what we will do when trying to get in the library.
So, you all begin catching your breath after, well, not the most terrifying of encounters, but certainly one that is going to stick with many of you for a little while. What would you all like to do?
Is there a window to the library?
There are windows in the library.
I would like to walk up to the window. I'm going to avoid touching it, but I'm going to sit down in front of it. And if I'm not... Yep, and I will manifest my echo on the other side of said window.
You have to see where you're manifesting. Roll me a perception check to see if you can see anywhere inside.
Fair enough. That is fair. 14?
14. By the way, we hear your computer fairly loudly. You try peering at the blinds that are drawn inside, and you can't really find any space where you could really throw your echo. The wind's blowing up around here and like smacking into your eyes makes it a little difficult to see.
That's fair. I'll proceed to... Oh god, do I want to do this?
Well, before that, I'm going to quickly activate my Eyes of Heresy, just in case.
Well, that actually makes it a little easier. The window, the building, the doors are all magically protected. The magic is waning. It definitely is not as new as you would once have enjoyed it to have been, or like as new as they would have liked it to be. It seems that a lot of the magic has dispersed. However, it still lingers enough in the wake that it's not something you're going to easily overcome unless you're willing to take the damage like Kyle did.
While they're doing that, I'm going to, buy the Winter Wolves and just turn to everyone who's still there. So does anyone know how to skin these things? I mean, their fur would probably help us protect against the cold, right? And maybe catch a few gold once we get back to civilized parts.
True. By the way, Jero, would any of my previous experience in helping to skin first from normal beasts help here?
It would, if you're proficient in it, still allow you to do that, but you don't know specifically what you're doing. Warwick,
Cool.
are you proficient in
survival?
Yeah.
Yes.
You would know how to do it.
I've never skinned one of these kind of things myself, but I did help waylay a pack of wolves that were going after one of my neighbors' herds of sheep. I don't think it could be too different, right?
Oh, probably not. I mean, you're the expert here, then it seems. So.
Thank you, but I'm not an expert.
Well, you know more than me, at least in this regard. So.
Well, here, right?
This is not a rabbit after all.
Well, how's this then? Grieve, why don't you come with me and I'll help teach you how to do this.
Well, sure. Before we do that, though, this last one, it's still alive. I mean, it seems to me we're only prolonging its suffering by keeping it alive like this. I mean, it lost its pack and it is alone in this place. So, why don't we just finish it off and take its skin as well?
True. It does look. They all look starving as well.
Yes.
Well, that might be for the best, but it's just killing it while it's unconscious like that just puts a bad taste in my mouth. So.
Well, it's. I mean, it wouldn't feel the pain of it while it's unconscious, you know? Isn't that more, what you call it, ethical, humane?
That's a bit debatable, really, but. I mean,
well. Anyway, Elder's Blast.
Yeah. I was characterized about to stopping staying.
It is the humane thing to do. At least I and you would be fully aware of that with your form of worship. You know.
But still, these two people with magic powers wanted to blast it as you made. I'm like,
well, I mean,
thank God I'm not drinking.
Yeah, it's. There's two ways you can do this. You could touch its fur and stab it through the neck into its brain, or you could incinerate its head.
Yeah.
Both are instantaneous.
Yeah.
You know.
Well.
Kriv already did it.
Yeah.
Elder's Blast
I'm
is
like,
force damage, though.
Yeah, so it splats the head.
Oh God.
I mean, it's as ethical as you say it is. That didn't look ethical at all.
Jesus.
Well, it certainly didn't experience it, did it? Well, sorry, I just instead of standing around debating it, I just figured, why don't we just get to work instead?
No, I understand.
I agree. Jiro, is there any writing or anything on the front wall?
Yes, it reads in perfect Draconic. The Draconian Public Library.
Well, this is
And
indeed
archive.
This is indeed the library and archive, then.
Ooh, do you think any of the books are still intact?
Well, I mean, given the wards, it must be some sort of private library.
Kale, is Kale here right now?
Yeah, all of you are here.
Okay. Kale, what exactly did you do to make the door explode on you?
I tried to open it.
With your hand? With that fancy invisible thing you have?
No, by trying to take the doorknob and pull it.
So
Maybe,
you tried to
maybe it's a
open
push door.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I didn't even have time to try. I got it exploded in my face before I got.
I mean, one thing I was thinking about, if given you said it's a librarian, from what we heard about the old Draconians, is maybe it can only be opened by a Draconian or a Dragonborn.
Rurik, I am going to kill you if this hurts too badly.
How's this? I'll go with you. So, if it does happen, that will kill me.
Fine. I will walk up to the front door.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm gonna regret this so much, aren't I?
Don't worry, Rook's at your side.
Rurik, this is your idea if this kills me. Just saying.
You're at like, oh yeah, you're not at half HP. You're fine.
I am going to push open the door, or
All right.
attempt to.
It opens.
Rurik, I hate you so much.
Yes.
Out
Let
of
me-
character, shouldn't it be Kale that hates me so much?
So let me move you all inside. The moment you open the door, you watch as the wind flurries into this room, and it sends a little bit of snow emanating in as well. It's a very dry, but admittedly frozen environment that you step into, almost like the inside of an igloo. And you see all of this incredibly ostentatious drawing and beautiful art across the floors, the walls, the bookshelves. Standing large draconic-shaped statues are very emanating and almost ominous in the darkened lit environment of this area as you all walk forward and see that there is a front desk that has a lot of notes thrown around it like they were disrupted and disturbed. But oddly enough, just on the cusp of many of your visions, you see the beginnings of bookshelves down here, and the shelves were too packed for anything to be dislodged, at least on this level.
Hey, Jer, what's the lighting situation in this building?
Pitch black.
The secretary desk, is there any, like, candles or anything on it?
Roll me an investigation with disadvantage.
Oh,
I
sorry.
would just take any small piece of junk on the desk.
Alright, disadvantage,
slide and give it
disadvantage.
to you.
All right, you pick up the quill, and now it is ignited with a light.
I give it to Rorik.
There are not any candles or lanterns or anything like that you can see. Instead, there are these odd purple-shaped objects on the sides of the walls that are placed suspiciously like sconces would be placed in most places you would go to.
I'm going to say in Draconic, light.
They all ignite.
That actually worked.
For a sec, I thought it was not going to work, and then someone was going to clap twice.
Yeah, I
Well,
was hoping
the
for that as
draconic
well.
word for light is clap. So he said clap, and
It's a claptrap.
so let me adjust the only person in the party without dark vision's vision. Oh wait, you already had 30 feet. Yeah, you're fine. All of you are fine with the amount of vision you have right now. Now it is considered bright light in here.
Now this I can get used to.
Try
know,
bringing those home.
Well,
Do you think the odds on any of these books are still readable?
Well, why
they're
don't
still
we
in the
find out?
shelves, so
I've never been to a big library before, but if books are like very important to people, wouldn't they keep the stuff preserved, the lambskin and all that?
Arite, Ein, Krieve, as you've stepped to this point, you all feel a little shock through your bodies. You suffer 3 points of lightning damage.
Can we tell what that was
what the hell
from?
was
or-
that?
It came from the sconces themselves.
What a nice idea to light the area.
Kyle, do you understand Draconic?
Nah.
McKee, you do, though.
Yep.
There's a sign-in sheet in front of you. Says, everyone must sign in.
Of course. I'll just write down my name on it in Draconic
It's
and explain to the others. Sign in, no exceptions.
Oh, I forgot about reading the sign, and I'll do the same thing as he did and write my name in Draconic as well.
Oh, that's what it says. I was staring at that the moment I walked in, but I couldn't understand what it was saying.
well, at least, their civilization has fallen, but their bureaucracy lives on. So very inspiring.
The epitome of lawful.
Can someone write my name in Draconic so I can copy it?
I will write
no clue
Kale's
how
name
to-
in Draconic on a spare piece of parchment or something, and then write
Okay.
mine on the sign-in sheet.
So funny thing is writing somebody else's name in Draconic means you just add the ... symbol over top of the first vowel, and then you're done.
Beautiful.
Beautiful
Oh.
Draconic ...
That's easier than I thought.
Yep. It's not a terribly complicated language. Jeez.
Oh, wait,
I
that's.
thought it was a
Let me
different
try.
structure.
Rourke spells his name in Draconic ... Is that spelled correctly?
No, move the dot a bit
yes.
to the left.
It's fine, Rurik.
Your dot isn't dot enough. Just a bit more.
And do you even speak Draconic?
I do. It's my mainly one of my language.
Well,
Got him.
indeed you did.
Do you even speak Draconic?
Right, I will write myself down.
Oh,
too,
is
I
that a
guess.
door?
So, it is a door. You also notice as all of you walk past the sconces this time, it doesn't zap you anymore, now that your names are all written down on that piece of paper.
Good, good.
Jay, quick question too. On the secretary desk, and Rurik would be asking Arete what some of these things mean if they're in Draconic. Is there a registration for a library card?
Roll me an investigation roll for that. Everything is written in Draconic here. Everything.
Okay.
So you're not gonna get lucky and be able to read something from Common. No, everything's Draconic.
Alright.
All the books are in Draconic.
14. There's not a registration. There's no registration forms or anything like that. However, there does appear to be a Rolodex of checked out material from individuals and their home addresses.
Yeah, actually, yeah, no, having that, Rourke will take that. For now.
Go ahead and add that to your character sheet.
Rurik takes 50 lightning damage as soon as he walks past his cons.
No.
Well, I don't understand what any of these books say, probably. So, I guess I will go back and do my best to skin these wolves then.
Are all the books in Draconic?
Everything in here is written in Draconic.
Yay, I'm useful.
I hate this library.
Krug made actually a good point. Is I don't really know much about what anything says other than that he points to his name that he spelled in Draconic. So I'm gonna teach Kriev the ins and outs of a wolf. Makit here. I found this. I thought you might like it, and Rourke would give Makit the list that he just got of checked out material from the library.
It's a Rolodex. It's actually like a physical Rolodex, like you scan through it.
Oh.
They were progressed. Their technology was up there.
I also don't really know what this is, so you might have better luck with it than me.
You know, I had a friend once who liked to do ins and outs with different kinds of beings, but I think he meant it in a different way than you, maybe.
What way do you think that he mean it then?
Well, he was a druid, you know, shape change and all that. Bit of a pervert, if I do say so myself.
That's coming from you, jeez.
I don't know whether to feel personally attacked or not.
Come on, if anything, Silverin is sexually inept. Let's be real.
Hey, I wasn't referring to Silverin at all, actually.
No, I know. Although, just to be clear, it's not that he has no interest in that. It's just not the right person. Anyways, Well, here, why don't you tell me all about it? And Rick will take out his like skinning knife, I guess, or dagger, and as he's doing this to start prepping the process.
Alrighty. Now, you two are doing that outside. So one of you rolls a survival check with advantage, being assisted by the other.
Can I give him guidance as well?
Absolutely.
I mean, I think Rurik's trying to teach you, Creve, on this one, so I think you would roll it with the advantage.
Well, I'm not. Well, if you want me to maybe destroy these things, then.
Oh, he's rednecking this. That's great. Yeah.
Well,
I have
mean,
family. That's
here.
exactly how they did it. Here's a knife. I'll walk through it.
No,
Right,
no. He's going through it with him. That's the assistant. It's just like, you learn better from experience and, getting your own hands dirty
Right there.
doing it.
Right there.
Right.
there.
God damn it. God damn it.
I put it right there. Is that what? All right, so I cast guidance on myself then.
There you go.
And,
You're being assisted.
so plus a D4.
All right.
16.
I'm gonna say it's gonna take the two of you probably 3-4 hours or so to do this. If you want to skin all of them, that'll be 3 or 4 hours out in the blistering snow, winds, and cold, unless you want to drag them inside of the library.
I mean, we could.
I say this entryway into the library. That's
Right on top of the really nice rug. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't care.
It's already
I mean-
red.
Yeah. And I'll put up a tiny hut there
Yeah,
as well.
I was gonna make a joke that like since the bodies are freshly killed, we could just tauntaun that.
But anyways, everybody else inside of the library, Warwick and Kreef, put yourselves into the walkway, please. Great song.
Into the walkway.
Yeah, right there.
Oh no, I thought that you said a great song, so I was like, wait, that's a song.
It's what Ein put in chat.
Oh.
All right. Time to change the mood a little bit. These are ruins, after all. Actually, no, that's not good. There we go. So, the other four of you, you look around at this very magical and developed place. Kyle, as the most worldly individual amongst the four of you, this is probably the most technologically advanced or magically advanced place you have been in your life. Even back at Rasona, the magic they have there outside of the dome of protection and the specific what are they called? Dens, own protective natures. This dwarves anything that you've encountered back home. How there are little platforms that have a scroll, a book that just sit there rotating. Even though this place has been inactive for 100 years, still having enough power to keep them in that position of movement.
Kale is absolutely amazed with everything he's seeing. He's taking notes of what he sees, but he cannot read anything, so he's very frustrated at the same time.
I would probably push open this door.
Alrighty. One moment, everybody. I'll be right back. Just a few seconds.
You know, he's just getting all the monster tokens that Aerie just released.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
So, do we do anything with these the inner organs?
Oh yeah, no, those actually, if you dry them out right and then let it go for a while. It makes great bat water skins, you know. Just here, he guides your hand to it and plunges it into like this one part to be cutting away.
All right. He doesn't seem to mind at all. um,
Blood's getting everywhere.
Is this the liver then, or is that the? Well, it can't be the lung, right? I don't know.
No, I think. Well, I mean, the wolves back home didn't breathe ice at us, so I think that might be the ice sac.
Ooh, well, that could maybe we could use that for something magical or something. You know, maybe I don't know.
Well, maybe I'm not sure. It's let's keep cutting away at least. Get the things I do know, like these pelts. Get some of that meat for travel. But
Right. Yes.
no, actually, that's right. Ravi warned us about that.
You mean everyone within 10-mile radius did?
Well, yes. What was that again? You can't eat the meat here, or what was it?
No, it's sorry, I'm actually looking up the rule again because he did give it to us. Don't carry around fresh meat. There's a lot of beasts out here with some good sniffers.
Right. Well.
In fact, the bloody stuff we left at the entrance here might cause an issue for people.
Well, I guess we should have to clean it later then, maybe.
I mean, trust me, blood does not come out from clothing easily. You need either magic or some kind of I don't know.
You mean this kind of magic? Prestidigitation.
And it doesn't work now, Ken.
Well, yes.
Yeah, but there's that was only about what about 5 feet. It's I'm trying to remember how much prestidigitation cleans.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
a
it's
5
5 foot
square or
cube.
something.
I don't think it's 5 feet, but it's like it's a 5 something.
Doesn't matter, just spam it. It's a cantrip.
Yeah, that's exactly it. 1 cubic foot.
And Rourke looks around to like what's the measurement on this? 10 cubic feet. 10 by 15.
But yeah, as he said, we'll just spam it later. Right, so I guess now that we've sort of cut off the seams here, we just pull at the fur.
Yeah, you pull a little bit, but you gotta make sure you try not to try to get as little fat possible that's stuck to it, you know?
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah, so that's why you kind of take the knife here and just scrape it along that end.
Yes. You know, this is a good team building exercise or something. We should bring in the others as well.
Well, I mean, they're busy with their book learning stuff. And I mean, you've never done this before, so I thought this is good teaching opportunity for you.
Yeah, well, sure. I mean, I don't think I will be that good at it, but well, we'll see, I suppose.
Well, with practice becomes experience, and well, I'm not gonna be here forever to teach you, so might as well be now, right?
You're not that old, are you?
I'm getting there.
So how old exactly are you? If I may ask.
Oh man, going off age. What is this? My 72nd, 73rd summer now. If my parents are to be believed on it.
Right. Well, I suppose that's a decent age. But you seem to be holding up well for an experienced man.
Well, it's you don't get to be as old as I am without learning a bit on how to stay alive.
Well, sure. I mean,
And
there are
also-
plenty of, nobles and stuff like that get very old, but I don't think many of them could handle themselves in combat like you do.
Oh well, that's just old habits, really. You gotta keep yourself fit. Try to keep your body healthy. Eat healthy, exercise. It's something
Yes.
I admittedly was getting a bit lazy a few years back, but my wife kicked me into
Oh, so
keeping my
you,
good habits.
You're a married man then.
Yes.
So, she kicked you out? Is that it, or is that why you
Oh
are
no,
here?
no, she just kicked me into staying in shape.
All right. Well,
Hey, everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that.
yeah, we're just role playing.
Yeah, shush, Joe. We're trying to have a roleplay moment. Jesus.
So, why are you not with your family then? I mean, I'm glad you are here, but
Oh no, it's fine, but well, it's just there's some complications and everything.
So, as you guys had this nice conversation, Arite, you spaced out for a couple of minutes, and then you pushed open the door. I would like you to roll me a d3.
Okay. So sure, 1d3. 2.
Uh-huh. You see a staircase as soon as you push open the door that glistens lightly and brings you, well, upstairs. Do you follow it?
Might as well.
Alrighty. The moment you step through, the door closes behind you.
Oh. Okay, that's concerning.
So, since none of you were right on the ass of him, you didn't go with him.
How many of us
Yeah.
actually know where he went, though?
All of you who were inside of the building because he wasn't being sneaky, and he's covered in heavy armor.
True.
Yeah. Not exactly a silent person.
You know what, Ari? Roll a stealth check. No, I'm kidding. This is when you
Oh.
roll the nat 20.
My double nat 20s on stealth again.
Well, I was going to follow him, and I was going to follow Rita anyways. Get further in, might as well see where I end up. I'll be opening the doors as well.
Alrighty, roll me a d3. Nice. As soon as you step up a staircase, McNeat, since you were right behind Rita, you did see the first one. It looks completely different from the staircase that you saw. Do you enter in?
Keep shrug, assume there's more magic, and then he'll go in.
Alrighty. So Kyle and Ein. Your allies are walking through that door. That's all that you noticed.
Well, guess I'll.
And they say I'm the one reckless.
Hey, gotta
I'm
spread it out.
I'm a wizard and this is a library. What did you expect?
It's like
Well, you're not here,
a
so
barbarian
you-
in a weapon shop.
Or a tavern.
Or a paladin in a bakery.
Yeah. You gotta be careful if you get me to a bakery, man.
It's still a library who tried to kill me when I tried to enter in, so
Yeah.
I'm being a bit more cautious.
So what are the two of you doing then?
Is there any inscription on the walls around the door?
There are.
Hi, you read that language, right?
Yeah, and I'll read it for him.
Okay. You see directly to the left of the door. Put yourselves over there. It does say, floors. Floor 1, floor 2, floor 3. Floor 1, general education, knowledge and progress of mundane magics. Floor 2 is astrology observatory, and floor 3 off limits.
Well, it seems to
Where
be
would
the
you
floor
go if-
directory.
Where would you go if you want to find some history and know where people are buried? It shouldn't be off limit, but it's not astrology either, nor magic.
You asked that, and that floating book on the pedestal to your left flips open to a page and opens up beside you.
Well, I'm not speaking in his language, but it seems to speak mine.
It understands your language.
Hello, Mr. Book. Would you mind changing your content into a language I can read, such as the one I'm speaking right now?
The book doesn't change the shift at all.
I'll read it for him.
All right. It reads on here: general knowledge of the history of Draconia. Section R B, and then the door opens up. Now, let me move the other two to their appropriate maps real quick. We have Arite, you rolled the 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There. And Makit, you rolled the 1, so you went to there. Yep. So let me put Makit here. Stairs. All right, can you see Makit? Oh, I didn't put you on the right layer, so probably not.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see Makit?
Yep.
Perfect. Now let's go over to the other one. You reach a landing, Arite, and then as you continue walking through, you see this massive, bright, colored thing that's really, really bright with these massive crystal rods connecting to all of these other massive circle things. So I put you 2 on those maps. Feel free to venture around as you would like. But let me jump over to the other 2. Remove the 2 of them because they're not here. And open the door for you. This door opens up directly in front of you, Kyle and Ein, and you see that it appears to be some type of beach in here. It has its own tempered environment that is very, very humid and very warm. And as you walk through, you see that the grass, the trees, the water, all seem to have living organisms inside of them. Almost like a, what do you call those things? An ecosystem, but it's an entire room. And as you look at that, the other door across the way also opens up for you.
They are quite frivolous in their design.
As you walk through the one door, it closes behind you.
Is there any inscription on the walls and around the next door?
You walk through the next door?
No, I'm asking before I walk through it if there are inscriptions around it.
Well, you do see that it has that same ornate, beautiful look that you've seen so far, except now it has 2 staircases, one to the left that goes up, one to the right that goes down. And there are inscriptions on the inside of the door that opened up for you. Or, actually, you wouldn't be able to see, so I can't tell you. It'd be on the other side of the door that opened out, and you can't see through doors.
Well, I see no harm in walking through it since it seems like safe enough. And I'll read the sign for him.
And then the door closes so you can read it. In this area, it has LB, RB labeled on the doors. And they have arrows pointing in the respective directions. R is right, L is left.
I'm sorry, Jero. I will be very obnoxious and ask you to do something you hate, but because I was taking note, I didn't manage to take the reference in the book where I was supposed to look for, like the section that was in the book. Like you said, 1B.
RB.
Okay. RB.
RB was the area, yeah.
Was someone eating?
I think it was Ein's phone. I think they're on their cell phone, so yeah.
The what?
It sounded like somebody was moving, eating, scraping something against their mic.
Oh, not me. I heard someone else.
Okay.
I don't know.
No idea.
It's me. I was trying to.
Did you drop your mic on your
Especially-
damn zipper again?
No, I'm not using this mic anymore, but I was fetching through my notes.
Alright, that's fair. So yeah, you're looking
so
towards the
RB.
right.
I'm going to the right.
Alrighty.
And there is not a single. Well, I will ask out loud. Hello, I'm looking for a book speaking about draconian geography and where people are buried and history and stuff like that.
Okay.
No, nothing.
No reply.
I just look at him weirdly.
Last time I spoke, a book come to me. So maybe it's that kind of a library where the book would come to you rather than you having to go through all
Well,
the
that
shelves.
book didn't come to you. It was already floating there. It was floating on the pedestal, remember? It just responded when you asked the question.
I hoped. I tried.
I mean, it's all pretty advanced after all.
Alrighty. So, since the two of you are over here, this is the area that it told you needed to go. Go ahead and roll me investigation checks, both of you. Kyle with disadvantage because you're stuck looking for pictures.
But normal roll because I already have advantage.
That is correct. Ein, just regular investigation.
Yep.
Of course.
I'll just the thing. 8 perfect.
Alright, so it's going to take you roughly about a half an hour to find what you're looking for, Kyle. And it's mostly you going through books that look kind of like this might be something, running it over to Ein, being like, does this say what we want? Okay. Does this say what we want? Okay. Does this? And Ein, you keep getting distracted because he keeps asking you.
It's like teaching the kids all over again. It's okay.
So, let's go over to Arite. Have you explored a little bit of this area?
My lighting actually mega done messed up.
You can't see anymore?
No.
I'm just giving you global illumination now. Can you see?
Yep.
Okay. Roll20 needs to fix their shit. This is getting beyond fucking aggravating.
Yeah.
So anyways, as you walk down that staircase, you look around yourself and you are surrounded with books all around you.
Is there something that would look like an index or anything like that in the room?
Ooh. Not immediately, but roll me an investigation if you're looking for one.
Already investigation. Probably not that I can see if.
That's going to take you a long time to find it, but there is one. Mostly you wandering through the library being like, wow, this place is so... Library. Cool. History. Culture. Cool.
Where's the war books already?
Yeah. But it'll take you probably roughly about half an hour to find the index right over here on this table.
Okay.
So anyways, let's go over and see what else is happening during that half hour. McKeek, can you still see?
Yes, I can see.
Perfect. You got up here, and as soon as you stepped off, you see that there are all of these massive, massively large and tall stacks of books. And as you look around yourself, you notice each one of the shelves is labeled with a different shape of a circle and a numerical number in Draconic. It's called Draconic numerals. Draconic numerals. You recognize it. Roll me a history check real quick. $15. Each one of the bookshelves, labeling 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 12, has a different phase of the sister moon, but you can't remember the sister moon's name or which one the sister moon is. But they all have that slight crescent to represent each of those phases.
All right. Well, first off, I'm gonna roll a d12. I will take a random book from this shelf, and since there doesn't appear to be anything urgent going on, I will find a place to sit down and start reading.
Okay. So that's what you're doing for that first half hour?
Yep.
Very good. Back over to the two of you in the foyer. Creve, it's actually really difficult to, like, get the padding around the legs, and apparently it's smarter to, like, not try to take them past the knee, because any lower than that, it's so thin and frail anyways, it's not going to be super useful unless somebody's using it for ornate purposes. So that's what you're learning right now.
Right. I'll toss. I'll cut off one of the legs and toss it over to Omen so we can gnaw on it while we're.
Wow. It picks up the leg and just goes somewhere else.
That is one strange cat.
Oh, sorry, I forgot Winterwolf. It will drag the leg.
Right. He's something else. I guess you can say. Well, not something else than a cat. He is a cat.
Well, anyway, Joe, how far have we gotten so far?
Half an hour in.
Half an hour in. So not even past the first wolf, I assume.
No, because you had to take the first 11 minutes in order for Creve to throw up the dome.
All right. So now next I see start cutting under here, and remember scraping the fat.
Yes,
And you're kind of peeling it off the muscle there. See?
Ah, right. Huh. So this is actually sort of interesting. I've never been one to like look into the anatomy of things, but it's fascinating.
You poke the intestine and get a very foul smell.
Ugh, that was.
But anyways.
Before we switch over again to you want to see something kind of neat? If these wolves are like I remember, Rurt kind of puts his kind of digs into the leg muscle a little bit on one of them.
Oh god.
Pulls a bone, and then the leg like kicks.
Ah, that's very good. Huh, can you do that with other sort of things on the?
Yeah, like. All the legs have it. Here, let me show you. And now we can fade to the other guys.
Ein, at this point, I'll put you inside of one of the cozy chairs. Just to make your life a little easier. Boop, look at that. You're in a cozy chair. It's so nice.
Yay.
It actually is a super, super nice chair. Like, it's soft. It has lumbar support. It has, like, one of those neck braces as well, so, like, you don't feel like you're leaning forward to read. It just... You lean into it to read, and like the arms are a little higher as well, and it's positioned perfectly for this. Kyle, you finally bring one over to Ayn, and Ayn, this is close to like the 90th book that he has brought over towards you. However, this one does say something that catches your eye. The Stormwind family and estate.
Oh, this might be the one you're looking for. It sounds like a noble family. Something about Stormwind family and estate.
Oh, yes. That's the name I heard
I will.
in ZODIAC.
Oh.
Come on.
And
Can you please translate? And I just sit on the floor next to Ayn, and I wait for Aunt Ayn to do me the reading.
Crisscross applesauce
Read-
style.
Yes.
reading rainbow.
Having the paladin and warlock are have a bonding moment inspired by the morbidity of a dead wolf.
Yeah.
While the druid is reading a beautiful story to your archaeologist rogue, your fighter is bored out of their mind looking for the help desk, and McKee just picked a random bookshelf to go, yep, that one, and just...
Yeah, so I think I
Oh,
can summarize
God.
what this is in one word: D&D.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, technically, that's an acronym, which is 3 words, but
Shut up.
Oh,
Close
God.
enough.
No.
No.
But anyways,
Area takes some points of psychic damage.
and just yesterday I talked to someone about how D&D seems so generic, everybody does the same thing.
No.
No,
Story
so
time, story time,
That's
story
a
time.
joke.
Yep.
Yeah, did you respond by laughing and then it's like, oh wait, you're serious? Let me laugh
No.
even harder. Ha 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 ha.
No, I was nice about it. I was like, you just need a good GM to run a game for you.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, Ian, this is going over the history of the Stormwind family. Apparently, they were one of the oldest families inside of Draconia. They had a very strong influence across the history of its development, even during the age of the or during the era of the Calamity. And apparently they had an estate that in proximity to the library was only 6 blocks away. Now, that was 6 blocks away before everything got thrown miles apart. But it does give a rough drawing of what the estate looked like. A 4-story tower that had a section to the right of it that looked almost like a barn that was utilized specifically for arcane development practices and sieging of arcane knowledges that they came across whenever they did leave Draconia and headed out into the world. It also enlists that the family plot is listed as unknown. However, there is an added section at the end of this page that says, see floor 2, shelf F, section 200 for more information.
Sorry. English traduction. What do you mean by family plot unknown?
A family plot would be like where you bury everybody in your one family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because for me, I have the plot like a
Story.
Story. Yeah.
I understand. Yeah. But yeah.
All right, and I do I have any idea on what floor I am at the moment?
The entrance.
Okay.
You haven't walked up any stairs. You walk through the front door.
Mhm.
So that might be floor 1, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
I go to the door and I ask, I want to go to floor 2 and find the shelf F.
All right. The door opens up and it appears with a staircase now.
Come on, Nine.
Yeah. Before I catch up to Kill, how big is the chair?
The chair's a pretty hefty chair made of solid wood. What's your strength modifier? Oh wait, Furbolg, you can carry it.
But yeah, it's sizable. It's not logical to lug it around. Too bad we don't have a bag of holding.
But anyways, I'll move the two of you over onto the mat with what's his face. Now let's see if
Hey.
dynamic lighting works with all of you here. Aha! How about now? Does it work? Are you taking? You
Yes.
still see?
Yep.
Good. All right. Now let me
I
put.
don't see
I
myself.
know.
Ah, okay. I
Quick,
don't
let's
see
stealth.
myself.
Sneak attack.
All right. 1 sec. Ooh, put yourself back up there. Come on. You walk up this winding staircase for a bit of time before eventually coming to this open room that looks like an observatory of some kind. Kyle, you would know what an observatory is only from your specific branches of research into this type of stuff. Ein, you look at that. Wow, really big, pretty circles, different colors. Nice.
Damn, those are a lot of balls.
Now you can start moving around.
You have
I'm
to
looking
put it that
for-
way, Ein.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm looking for the shelf F.
Okay. Roll me an investigation. While you're moving around, Kyle, you do hear somebody's flipping through pages as well, muttering curse words in Draconic under their breath.
We would be familiar with whose voice it is, right?
Yes, you would. Arite.
Rite, are you there?
But who's there? I'll draw my sword.
Sink.
I
Ah.
cast Mage Hand and I just want the Mage Hand to poke on his shoulder.
Arite, something touch your shoulder.
I am going to stab in that direction.
All right. Give me an attack
God.
roll.
And not gonna lie, at first I thought you were gonna say, like, before he does that, Kyle's gonna use Mage Hand to steal his sword.
Reasonable.
9. You swing outwards and cut through a few of the books over on that shelf.
Oh shit! Kill
Get-
Mickey to
get-
kill me. I will take them and I will quickly like hide them behind like other books or the shelf or anything.
Don't worry, Rite. He's already contemplating murder right now.
No.
You can stop.
Wait, neither
You
of you come over here for half a second. Seriously, just give me a minute. Okay, you're good.
Kyle, the shape of this library is a little strange to you. I mean, the big circular open area, the multiple other shelves to the left, you assume there's more shelves up north once you get out of this circular area. And since you look over at Arite, you look past him. Oh, hey, there's a reference book.
And what I want to do before that Arite again gets calm is that take one of the book he slashed and slap him in the face with it using my Mage Hand.
What do you mean? You can't see those. I hit them behind the shelf.
I have a passive perception of 17.
Ein, you, however, you see another one of those comfy chairs.
Yeah.
Do either of you know what this place is?
It's a library.
It's an observatory. Those are planets, stars, moons. It's everything that roll around Exandria.
I'm sorry, there are things that go around Exandria? No, I think we...
Yeah,
Is
there are
it-
actually 2 moons around Exandria.
No,
Isn't
no.
Exandria flat?
Yeah, exactly. It's flat. How can anything go around a flat surface?
Well,
We did
actually, it's not. If you go east, you will find Tal'Dorei. If you go west, you will find something, and then you will find Tal'Dorei. And,
I don't
and you
believe
end up here at the end of the day.
Okay, that's fair. Now, question. Do you know what these planets are?
Kyle, roll me a straight intelligence roll. Unfortunately, you're not proficient in this form of knowledge. 10. You could try to make up bullshit, but now that you look at like a physical observatory type of area, it's kind of confusing to you. When it's just on paper, it kind of makes sense to you, but when you physically look at it, you're like, this is kind of weird.
Would I be able to just at least identify which one of those is Exandria?
No?
Just to double check this, are there any plaques that write out names or description on the circles itself?
No, there is not.
Okay.
Wait, so if these are all planets and stars, the only thing that shines as brightly as that thing in the center would be the sun.
Seems so. At
Sounds
least it looks
logical.
like what it was described in the book.
And if we have 2 moons, that means we are looking for the planet with 2 moons. That would be Exandria, correct?
Indeed. But one is falling very far, the other one is bigger and closer to us.
While they are discussing about the planetary construction, can I just quickly look around, like, to see like what these shelves of books are?
Do you want to walk around, or do you want to do it while seated?
I'll just walk around this inner area,
Okay.
just to see like what categories are like culinary or whatever it is.
Okay. All of those books attached to that center little area, they are encapsulated in glass, with no easy way of telling how to get into the glass itself. And they are labeled 1 through 64. But roll me an investigation. Fine.
I would like also to ask that you told me that there are like a reference book with the previous.
The reference table over here.
Yeah. Okay.
It's where Arite was cursing and scoffing.
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
fine. 1 through 64. That's all you notice.
Jesus Christ, my rules. Yeah, I'm gonna start looking at this direction instead as well. Just
All right.
walking around.
Arite, you're on top of the bookshelf now, heading back the way that you came.
Oh, that's where that is. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
This is a massive library, so
So that's another staircase leading up, right?
yes. So Kyle, you'll spend the next half hour reading the reference in order to learn where you want to go and what is in that area. Arite, what are you doing within this time?
I'm hoping to get some help from someone who can actually read what's in the book.
Oh yeah, I guess I should probably go help him. Yeah.
You're such a good big brother, Arite.
I was gonna look for if any of the shells are labeled with the letter F.
Okay.
Yeah.
With your passive eye, you do notice that there's a table over here that seems to have these weird red-looking circles, a tea kettle, and a teacup on it.
Ooh, fancy.
But yeah, roll your investigation. Over towards McKeat now. McKeat, we didn't forget about you. Did you want to just pick up a random book or the first book on the shelf?
Let's just go with random book. I'm in no hurry.
Roll me a d20, please.
Ooh.
Fuck. Awesome. Alright, give me a second. Alright. Alright, are you ready?
Yep.
Phase 2 also known as Aries, the second sibling of our cycle. Power, strength, and culinary expertise. Those born under the second phase find themselves excited and energetic for confrontation and lively activity. Many of them find their way into lives of war, fighting, battle, adventuring, or chef's work specifically. It is believed that those under this phase believe themselves to be only worthy if they die an honorable death doing something outside of the realm of their expertise and professions. Always willing to try new things.
Apparently, ancient draconians took cooking very seriously.
Hey, modern day ones do too.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, that cookout was good. But yeah, apparently this is an entire section specifically outlining a belief system that people born under specific phases of different moons on specific days in specific months, they can actually have their destiny foretold if you can read the stars in a specific manner. A form of traditional divination, a form of magic that you are not terribly skilled in quite yet.
Definitely something. Well, not definitely, but something that possibly look forward to. Although, now that you've got my interest in that, this book also happened to, how to say it? Well, it'd be reasonable to assume that I know my own birthday.
Are you one of those people with tragic backstories where you don't know your parents?
No, I haven't. I hadn't. Maybe above average if I gone to like him, but
So yeah, you definitely would know when your birthday was. Do you want to tell me when your birthday was? Or would you rather roll for it?
yeah. Well, I don't know how the dating system works for Exandria.
Let's just relate it to real world. It's so much fucking easier.
Yeah. Let's go with March 28th.
Your ship. I don't know the English one for.
Oh, that's not my birthday IRL. It's just something I made up.
Yeah. But make it is a ship. Like, what's the male ship with the two big horns? Like, how it's named? You actually have the horns of the.
Funny enough, under March 28th, you would be considered somebody born under the sign of the Aries.
Goat horns.
Which means it would justify your aching and yearning for that knowledge that you're just not satiated and complacent to try to slowly discover. I mean, after all, you did leave the most prestigious and difficult to get into magical institution in the world in order to go pursue this knowledge.
Fitting. Well, nothing else interesting has happened. This might be dipping into out of character or not exactly applicable knowledge, but this symbol here, would that possibly be related to magic?
Ah. Do you want to investigate the symbology of this room for your next 30 minutes?
Yep.
Go ahead and roll me a Arcana check. Now, let's jump over to the others while you're doing that. So, Kael, you easily find, with Arite's help, where Section F is. Ein, you don't see anything on that first half, and then you start walking around this incredibly large room. This room is bigger than the building itself.
This is not making sense.
So, Kael, F appears to be on the right-hand side, the second shelf. So somewhere around this area you have to get to.
Oh, he found it.
Little shelf right there. As you walk up to it, it is labeled...
I was muted.
Okay, as you walk up to it, it is labeled Shelf F. That Arite can tell you very easily. Arite, I'll move you over. There you go.
But I guess I would be able to if it's the same scripture.
It is. It's the same symbol.
Okay. And is it the same scripture for the numbers? Is it the same number system?
You can find that one. It's in a different section on this shelf specifically. You're looking for the 200s, which means the second shelf. It's either on the front side or the back side. You're not sure where it is, but it says reference this area. So now I need an investigation roll from you. Ein, there's more chairs.
I'm sitting on it.
Kale, you go to find a few books and take them off to start looking, and then you try to sit in the chair, but Ein's already sitting there.
And no,
Do you need a chair? I'll find another chair.
no, don't worry. Can you read that book for me?
Yeah. As I just take it from without getting up from the chair, by the way,
All right.
and start reading it. So
you're going to be investigating this shelf. So the reference in walking over here would not have taken you 30 minutes. So we'll incorporate your role right now. 15 investigation. Jeez, that was bad.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I can't wait for my level 11.
It's fine. But anyways, as you start looking through many of them and find the proper one you were looking for, there appears to be the modern history of the Stormwind family. There were 6 individuals in the Stormwind family, 5 of which died in the fall of Draconia during the invasion of the Frigid Doom. One of which fell after the invasion of the Frigid Doom when he went to go confront it himself. This individual is referred to as Tiberius Stormwind, and he has a resting place under the great tree in the valley beneath Draconia itself.
Can you repeat where is the resting place? I was taking notes.
Under the great tree in the valley under Draconia.
Okay, so in the ravine, basically.
Not the ravine, the valley. There's a valley attached to this mountainside that you're in that specifically the Ravenites grew up in. That's something Arite would be able to tell you easily.
And do I know if this... Is there any mention of this Tiberius being the second born of his family?
He was the second born. He had an older sister.
Alright. I narrate. I think we have what we came for.
Oh,
Let's find the other and get out here.
mm,
I wonder if there's anything that can guide us to our friends.
true. I assume Kriv and Ruri is still skinning the wolves. Considering the size of those, it would take them a long time. So who has? I think only Mickey is left, but I didn't pay attention to which floor he opened the door to. So
you're gonna
I
have to do it
wasn't
the
sure.
old-fashioned way. But we'll do that when we get back from break, everybody. We'll be right back.
Yay!